Welcome to Pittsburgh Sportsline at SIP Sports Bar, 3024 West Liberty Avenue. This is the second time that we started at 7:30. We have 1 hour show. It's a new record for BPTV. Thanks for all the likes. We're at 1548 on Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. We appreciate that. You can watch this show on Verizon 32 in the greater Pittsburgh area. Only on Comcast 7 in Bethel Park. Again, that's only on Comcast 7 in Bethel Park and YouTube everywhere. And we're getting a lot of great reviews. Thanks to Aaron Ward, Devin Shea, Tiger Kiger on the camera there. We appreciate it. All the great guests here. SIP Sports Bar, thanks. We got great fries. I'll wait on that. We usually start our show with what's on our mind, but first I want to introduce myself, Al Levine, the Talking Machine, Smoking Jim Frazier, and Chip the Prophet Hayner, and we're going to start with what's on our mind right now. Chip the Prophet Hayner, what's on your mind?
Well, a lot of wild goings on at Heinz Field this past weekend. First, we had the Pitt Panthers, who seemed to trip and stumble after their big win against Notre Dame this past weekend. But who was that team in the Bumblebee uniforms yesterday? I don't know. I thought they had a Steeler logo on the side of their helmet. They don't look like the Steelers that have played in any other game this year. They actually played 3 amazing quarters of football. They went to sleep for one, and they still ended up winning the game. So my hat's off to the Steelers, who now are back in the playoff chase at 4-6. And who would have thought we'd be here 2 weeks ago? But I'm really excited for this weekend. Championship Saturday coming up this weekend. The WPAAL championships are going to be played Saturday at Heinz Field. 4 championship games, and if I'm sure I got my records correct, my friend Jim here will be broadcasting them all. He'll give me a full report of what's going on. There's some great matchups coming up. Central Catholic is playing Woodland Hills, and Woodland Hills shocked the world on Friday night by beating the #1 seed Upper St. Clair for the second year in a row in the semifinals. We've got Bob Palco's West Allegheny team going against Central Valley. And if Bob Palco's West Allegheny team wins, he will be the first WPIAL head coach to win 7 individual championships. That's quite a record. I'm pulling for him to see him get that. Aliquippa and South Fayette are going head-to-head. Jim and I like South Fayette to win this one, but you cannot count out the Quips. All they do is show up at championship time. And after 2 years of being knocked off in the final by Clareton, Stowe Rocks has made it to the final again. They're playing Cardinal World North Catholic, and I'm looking for Stowe Rocks to knock that door down and take the single-A championship. But that's what's on my mind, Alan.
Thanks. You covered a lot of territory there, Chip. I appreciate it. And now, Smoking Jim Frazier, what's on your mind?
Hey, thanks, Al Levine, the Talking Machine. And if you want the green,
here, take the pen.
You got to see Levine. Hey, did anybody see Kim Kardashian's baby? She got the most beautiful baby ever seen in my life, and it came out looking like everybody. Ray J, Red J, Kanye, Chris Humphreys, and me. Hey, listen, I always like to start each and every show by giving a shout out to my main man, Dan the Man. Makes the best coffee on the planet. If you like coffee, order some from Dan. You'll never be disappointed. Please take care of your bartenders and waitresses. Kelly and Brandy, wave to all your fans. And if you haven't done so already, please grab a menu. And I tell you what, 2 weeks ago, I had the best meatball hoagie ever had in my life, and it's because of the chef. The chef Pete is in the back. And I tell you what, Chip, do you know my best friend is a female?
No.
And she's here tonight, and I tell you what, she's going to be a guest on our
What a
show.
shocker.
She's a calendar model. She got the best 2 parents in the world, and she was raised right. And I always tell her each and every time that win, lose, or tie, I'll love you till the day I die. Please give a big hand for Gabrielle Baker, the touchdown maker. I used to always say that the only sign of life in Cleveland is the sign that says Pittsburgh, 120 miles. But I was wrong, because a former Cleveland Cavalier superstar Sean Kemp got 20 kids with 10 different women, so there'll always be life in Cleveland. Hey, listen, what's the difference between Cleveland and a little baby? The little baby will eventually stop whining. Hey, listen, the Cleveland Browns have never won a Super Bowl. But when the Browns left Cleveland to go to Baltimore, the Ravens won 2 Super Bowls, and Cleveland's still whining about it. The Cleveland Cavaliers have never won an NBA championship. But when LeBron James left Cleveland to go to Miami, Miami won 2 NBA championships. The Cleveland Indians have never won a World Series, and Cleveland's still whining about it. Because of the Cleveland Browns, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Cleveland Indians, there are more wife beaters in Cleveland than any other city in America. And I tell you what, how do you stop a Cleveland Brown fan from beating his wife? You dress her up in black and gold.
Hey, Smoking Jim, I think that was one of your best, but I'm not sure. I just pulled out my earplug. I want a special thanks to Chief. I worked with Chief a long time, and I asked for some soft earplugs, and that was one of the best that I've never heard of you. So I am going to listen to this sometime tomorrow, and I just wanted to put a disclaimer. There's always a disclaimer that these are our own opinions, and he'll live or die, because I heard him mention die a couple times by whatever he says. And he's a man of his word. I'm going to keep mine very short because I got a special guest coming up here. I want to first thank Jimmy Savetic for giving us the opportunity to be on a reality show. I've never watched a reality show. Now I'm on a reality show. And Gloria says I look just great being on there. Sidney Poitier, thanks. He's reading a book, folks. You just never know. But because
Don't quiz him.
Well, since I was on a roll, we're going to be at the Hollywood Theater with White Collar Brawler. And it's due to Jimmy Savetic and all the years he's put in with Golden Gloves, amateur boxing, putting kids in a gym instead of them getting in trouble, and all the things. And we have a lot of tickets that we've given out. People are donating toys so he can take care of the disadvantaged kids that he talks about. And I want to bring Jimmy Savetic on now, so I'll cut my opening line. That's it, and we got our first guest coming up right now. Jimmy Savetic is here. Mad Dog is in the house.
Wow.
And he may do 5 minutes. He might do 25. I don't know the mood he's in because he's been up since 3:33 this morning.
Wow. You know, you got to get up early. You never know who's going to rob your car.
Take another drink of water.
You know, keep an eye on your car. Whatever neighborhood you might be from.
Hey, I was at your gym the other day. I know why you're always walking the streets now.
Listen, when they're with me, they're not stealing. Only my stuff that they steal.
I don't know. I stood outside for a half an hour, and there were a lot of characters there that I recognized over the years.
They never take more than they can carry.
I noticed that.
That's the key. But I'll tell you what, before we get started, I thought I was in Bloomfield here. I just had the spaghetti up here. Wow. Zip gets a head. Hey, great stuff, man. Yeah. Spaghetti, I really good
That's
food.
The new chef Matt in the back, and he has Repeat helping him. You can't go wrong with those two guys.
Yeah, I mean, this is really good stuff, man. Anyway, that's part of it. And you guys mentioned football, and just real quickly, I know Joe Natoli passed away, and he from the Bulldogs, Morningside Bulldogs, the winningest coach in United States.
Yes, sir.
And he was actually instrumental. And when I first started opening the first gym, he was in Parks and Recreation. So again, for the family and everybody, you know Joe Natoli, great guy. But anyway, it's
there's good and bad in everybody's life.
Well, he was just really cool, really cool.
What's going on with you then? What's happening right now with this White Collar Brawler?
Well, it's tomorrow. They're bringing it into Pittsburgh. I don't know, I want to manipulate it would be a good word. I think
this is being broadcast and taped. If you're dealing with these great folks, I don't think you want to say you manipulate
all right,
them.
we sat there and
negotiated.
All right, negotiated, dealing off the bottom of the deck. Okay.
Oh man, you know what? I'm trying to help you.
You can. Be on help. Be on help. All right. All right. What happens is they're coming to Pittsburgh. The reality show is on tomorrow at the Hollywood Theater, right here in Dormont, like 3 blocks down the street on Potomac. At 7 o'clock, the doors open, and everybody that wants to come there, there'll be a ticket for them.
Bring your tickets. They're going fast.
And what's nice about this, bring a toy, because it's for these. I know naughty kids. I know the kids that are. There's no such thing as a bad kid, just some naughty ones. And so what we do is every year, Police Athletic League goes out and Esquire TV. They were gracious enough to bring it here, the opening, and simultaneously we're opening up New York is also the red carpet. And they're actually having the red carpet here, but the premiere is going to be shown tomorrow. And it is going to be on, if you can't make it to the theater, at 10 o'clock tomorrow on Esquire TV, they're going to show the white collar boxing, which was kind of interesting. You know, I've been training fighters for, I don't know, close to 40 years.
Wow.
A long time. And I usually kind of can, well, we can usually rig who's going to win, you know.
Oh, jeez. Another disclaimer. This doesn't happen. These are the opinions of this legendary.
All right. We have 2 sets of dice. All right. One, you cut.
This is boxing.
This is boxing. Remember what I tell you. The only thing square about boxing is the what?
The ring.
All right.
And your head I'm starting to look at since you got a haircut.
Oh, no, look at that, man. Don King-ish.
You're no Don King. I'm trying.
Oh, look at man, I ain't never going to be that. But by the way, watch that Tyson thing on HBO. Great stuff. Even if you don't like Tyson, you're going to have to feel a little bit of sorry for him. What a great documentary. That went into Gaudy Ward. I think Gaudy Ward's off the charts good. Off the charts good. But, how do I get to that stuff? Let's get back to reality boxing.
Yeah, where's this reality?
You're taking me where I want to go.
Looking at Smoking Jim. You two get
I'm
along
looking
so
at that,
well.
Know the edge. I'm looking at that shirt. Know the edge. Why? So you push somebody off the edge. Know the edge. So push the talking machine.
Reality TV right now. We're going
It's
back to
not the
white
edge.
collar brawler.
It's not the edge you get pushed off. It's the sudden stop.
How did you ever work for anybody for a long time?
I listen. I'm telling you right now. I am retired police officer 30 years. My bosses, every boss I ever worked for, even before I was a policeman, ever, should give me some of their retirement, because if it wasn't for people like me, you wouldn't need bosses. I think it was wonderful.
Okay, well, let's go to reality TV again.
You know, everybody's like, oh, yeah, I'm the reason like that. Yeah. I go, yeah. But plus, when you have ADD like I have right now.
Oh, I know.
You can't, when a boss tells you to do something. Yeah.
Can somebody spell white collar brawler?
White collar, spell it. I played hooky my whole white collar brawling. All right, what this is about?
Now, he was with them today, and he's also got this thing going on, like he said.
I do. And
they're going to do what he says.
Yes. And these guys, they came to me and they said, can you train these guys to become boxers? And of course I said,
he lied.
Yes, I could do that. How long do I have? They said 6 weeks. I said, you got to be kidding me. You can't. You might be able to paper train a puppy in 6 weeks, but you got to train somebody. All right, I got to train these guys. They couldn't do one sit-up, no push-ups.
Wow.
Could
they take a punch?
They learned.
Could they give a punch?
It was fun to watch them. Their skill level really surprised me, because it wasn't so much that they boxed or their skill, how they dared to go under the lights. And the boxing ring to me is the cathedral. That's a sacred ground. And I don't kid about that. That's one thing, that's sacred for you to step under the lights. And they gave these guys that they would dream. You know, you go to work. It's not like it's real work, not like this. Okay.
We're serious.
You're serious. This is for real work. You got to go to work every day, and you have somebody that's towing on you, that squeals on you, that can't wait for you to, and you want to beat the snot out of somebody. And this gave someone the opportunity to if you don't get along like we usually get along. And
well.
plus he was the announcer. It was great. And these guys are nationally now.
Yeah, they said bring a suit because Andy Sebastian couldn't be there. Let's see what you can do.
Learn from he's the master. He's good.
I know.
And you went up there. I mean, there's a different.
Be nice.
Yeah, no, there's a different way of when you announce like this. You talk, you have fun, but when you get in the ring, you got to do something that's really colorful, and you lack that. And,
I didn't hear you.
You tried. You got to.
Wait, is he talking to me?
Alan, this is the second time I've seen you blush.
Is he talking to me?
He really did get it done. He did get it done after a couple tries. Here we go. In this corner. And stop. Come on. Roll the words. Roll the words. And,
Hold it. I can hear you now.
All right, let me hear
Do your one time in the red corner. I want to hear you.
In the red corner.
All right, now you guys remember that. I'm not going to do it. I'm teasing. Watch the show. How do you do in the blue corner?
We worked on that with him. By the time
That's
he
my
was
coach.
done, I'll tell you what, he could go out there and what's his name, Buffer? He could knock in there, ladies and gentlemen, you know how he goes.
And Jimmy
Let's
Sabetic.
get ready
And
to
Mad Dog.
rumble. Okay.
Oh, is
But
that the word?
Oh, that's the word.
Hold it.
But-
What happened to boxing in the Berg? You were yelling that all the
Boxing in
time.
the
We're bringing
Berg,
back boxing to the Berg.
That's what we were trying to do.
See, we're still focused here. Look, now here, this is the
Boxing,
show.
brawling.
Here, hold that up because.
Oh, look at this. This is how we're at.
Okay.
Well, you let us say
It's a
how we're
family
at.
show.
That's
You were
great.
talking
Hell,
biblical.
Hell is heaven and hell and.
And this is
Everything
Jimmy
in
Sabetic.
between.
All right.
Go ahead.
Hey, throw my glasses over here, which I can't see anything unless I have cheaters on.
No, he doesn't
Rookie
need
of
to
the
throw
year,
them.
the rookie of the year, the rookie of the year. Good job.
Quit pumping
no,
him
here.
up. He thinks he's invincible.
Yeah, this is I block everything with my head. Okay, where were we here? But
I
here,
can tell.
Santa's buddies and best friends and helpers. We're asking you to bring a present. But this is what I want you to know: there is no such thing as a bad kid. There are some naughty ones, but that doesn't make them bad kids. There are also kids that come from the poor side of the North Pole, and everything isn't always candy cane and gumdrops. There's kids that really, hey, they need the break, and that's the fact. That's that's undisputable. You have young people that just don't have that. They don't get the break. They're not going to get to go to Carnegie Mellon. They may get to go, may go to community college if a couple of the stars line up. And,
Or Cal U.
But it's not because they're stupid. It's not because there's no money for them.
Right.
And then you have these kids go up in the refrigerator. I was there. I would go there as a police officer, and you'd go there for whatever reason, and you see that there's nothing in the refrigerator. There's nothing, and that's a fact. And that's so what we try to do is for Christmas that one day, because Christmas is every day in my life, and every day is Christmas, and I think that's important. And
Well said. I can tell you're a seasoned writer here too.
And you know what? I think what happens too with this white collar brawlers, the Esquire TV gave them the opportunity to dream. What is said when anybody quits dreaming, they just exist. Okay? So keep your dreams alive. Do things like step under the lights. Learn how to ski. Learn how to whatever
Talk
it
to
is.
Jimmy
Talk to me.
Sabetic.
Learn how to do fun things and learn how to be an announcer in the ring.
Always want to learn
I
how
don't
to
know
swim.
if I can make it.
Learn
buddy.
how to swim. Try it.
I don't know if
Because
I can make it.
when you quit dreaming, when you forget your dreams, you get old, and all you do is exist. And there's people in their 20s, early 30s, and then what is the other alternative? Name it, And with young people, all of this, and they're all young. Everybody's young to me except for you. All right, no, you're young too. But
Oh, I don't care.
where are we? So you got me going everywhere I don't want to go, Big Machine. What's going on?
First person to see.
All right,
Focus.
Focus.
Will you focus for the last
All
time?
right.
Let's get this done.
Focus. Listen, you told me I could step here as long as I wanted.
No, I said 25 minutes would be the most.
25, 30.
No,
More
wait.
spaghetti.
All right, Devin, how are we on time?
How many more minutes?
5 more.
Oh yeah, we're not going to go that long. I'm going to get out of here soon. Come see the
It's
white collar.
It's getting hot in here.
White collar brawling tomorrow. I have 7 boxing gyms, and we try to keep the kids out of. Nobody gets. We
Hey,
don't
can I
charge them
promote
money.
somebody else? Who's these trainers that train under you?
Oh,
Would you
my
at least
God.
mention their names?
Why? They're not paying us nothing. No, we will. That's Darren Doby and Johnny Spells.
All right.
Hey, guess what? We went to New York. We went up to the Big Apple and
Gleason's gym.
Gleason's gym. That's the Mecca. That's the that's the best gym in the world. 128 world champions came out of there. That's
More than the Kronk?
they came. They had Jake LaMotta, Ali stopped there, Fraser. They came in there and trained.
Yeah.
And
how was that? Tell the fans, your new fans.
oh, it was
old
beautiful.
fans.
It was really great going to New York because you get that energy, that excitement, and I really like New York.
You didn't get in trouble up there, did you?
Yeah,
Challenge
well, they
them to
tagged my
anything?
car. You know what? They had a little sign that said, no standing. Well, I saw that no standing. Well, I thought you weren't allowed to stand on the corner, and I thought they were referring to prostitutes. So I parked my car there. Next thing you know, I come down with a $125 ticket. I said, this is not correctly.
Esquire Network, can you please take care of that? It
A
was
car,
under-
no, a car parks, it doesn't stand, but in New York, if you see no standing, it was a trick. They tricked me.
Thanks for the
They
opinion
tricked
there.
him.
You know, they fooled you. They fooled me. Say
I didn't
it
have the
wasn't
no.
so.
It wasn't so. Anyway, I did learn something though. And anyway, while I was up in New York, I did meet Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard, and they signed cool stuff for me.
Good.
They're really neat guys.
No, it
So
sounds
all this
great.
stuff was going on. No, where were we? We got scattered here, didn't we?
We're just about wrapping this up.
Wrap
with
it
your-
up.
with
Come
your
tomorrow.
segment.
All right, here. No, I'm not, you know what? Ready to throw me out, and I kept you.
no,
I didn't throw
close
you
it.
off. Here we are. We're closing
You
it
know
down.
what? The bus ran over me twice.
Yeah. You know what? Like I think, guess who's coming to your talk show? Me.
You're off of here.
Hey, listen, come see us tomorrow. Bring a present for the kids, and I do appreciate your help, guys. See you later, huh?
Thank you.
Okay.
we'll see
see
you
you
later.
later.
Legendary Jimmy
Great cause.
Savetic.
It's a great
Hey,
cause.
Hold on one
ready?
second.
In this corner.
Hold that thought.
Hold on 1 second, Mad Dog, before you get up. We've interviewed over 200 guests, and I tell you what, we only got 6 people in the Hall of Fame. Now we got 7. Jim Savetic, you're in the Sip Sports Bar Hall of Fame.
All right. And I'll tell you what, we'll come back and eat some of that spaghetti again. Thanks, guys.
Look for her 2014 calendar to come out next year. Put that food down. It's your time. My best friend, Gabrielle Baker, the touchdown maker. Wait a minute. Let's see that walk. Woo!
It's not on camera, Smoking Jim. That's not on camera. It's on camera now.
Welcome to our little game.
Gabrielle, welcome to the show. Nice to see you 2 weeks in a row.
Love the shoes.
Thank you, thank you.
We always have them show the shoes, but you know, you can kick one shoe up.
You want me to take it off?
No. Smoking Jim's opposed to you taking shoes off on air.
See?
It's a tradition. But I first want to thank you for bringing my buddy here early. This is a new world's record.
No
You're
question.
welcome.
2 weeks in a row, he was early. Not as early as last week. He was 47 minutes early.
Yes, sorry.
That was a new record of all time. You are the greatest. So
Thank you.
you have the mic. Introduce yourself to your growing fan base.
Hi. My name is Gabrielle. I am originally from New Jersey. My family actually lives in Ambridge as of right now. I'm Smoking Jim's best friend. that's the best way to describe myself.
Well, you may have to distinguish that by a little more. I'm not naive anymore.
I'm sorry, I'm super nervous at the same time. So
Well, that's okay. Our best guests are the ones that are so nervous that they're about ready to use the facilities back there. And the bathroom is right back behind you, around the corner.
Just to make sure.
Well,
just
why
like
don't
a
you tell
run
them your
to it.
full name because they don't know.
Gabrielle Baker.
Okay.
As far as Jim calls me the touchdown maker.
I heard you have football players,
Yes.
coaches in your family.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Is that true?
Yes. My
Because
dad.
he's been broadcasting that everywhere.
Yeah, it's very
Not
true.
that he lies.
Not at
I
all.
have
He's
to
the most
find
honest
out
person.
from his best friend.
Absolutely.
Do they have names?
Brian Baker. Sorry,
Okay.
my dad, Brian Baker. He was the assistant coach for Tyler Palco.
Oh,
Or
you're
Tyler
dropping
Palco's
names
dad.
like him.
Yes, right.
Okay, you're welcome to the show then. See?
Yay! See?
The nervousness is gone. You remembered your dad's name.
Yeah.
Do you have brothers now? Because I
do.
heard they played
I
football.
do. Jerron Baker and EJ Hall.
Okay.
And they actually both of them were in championships for WPIAL, so for West Allegheny. So. it's
And
kinda
then I
cool.
heard that you were an athlete.
Yes. Track and cheerleading. My mom was president of the cheerleading squad, so I was, on top.
Was
all
it
the time.
nepotism or did you earn it the hard way?
I think a little bit of both.
Okay.
A little bit of both. A little bit of both.
we have an honest woman on the
Right.
show again. A new record.
Also, my sister was actually the first girl to play for West Allegheny football.
Really?
Tell
Absolutely.
us that
Elise
story.
Baker.
What's her name?
Elise Baker,
Okay.
number 82. She's still just cock diesel all the time. We're trying to get her in Passion, the Pittsburgh
Yeah,
Passion.
we
so.
know we're friends with the Passion.
Well,
and
see?
Smoking Jim, that's one of his best friends too,
Yeah.
Teresa Kahn.
See, well, that's definitely a conversation my sister and I will have. We have to talk more about these
Well,
things.
you know what?
You're
Guys are
keeping
traveling.
Stuff from me.
You're traveling
You're supposed
the
to be my best
country.
friend. You're keeping stuff from me.
This is why I told you have to watch with that best friend.
See?
Now
We're
this
gonna
is
talk
on
about this
TV,
later.
Verizon 32 everywhere. It's on Pittsburgh Sportsline Facebook because I post that.
Yeah.
So this will be, it's uncut.
Yay!
This is the uncut
This
version.
is the uncut? Oh,
Yeah,
man, so we're going to
definitely.
see it all, huh?
Yeah, so make sure you keep
You better
dropping
be on
those.
your best behavior.
He isn't. So what track did you run? What events?
I was best at the 100-meter dash.
What was your best time? This is back a few years ago.
This is back, back way when. But honestly,
in
my
almost
specialty
a day.
is cheerleading,
Really?
Yeah. That's me. That's
We
my-
had all those
that's my thing.
championship teams.
Yeah.
So it was
Absolutely.
easy.
Absolutely.
And what do you do now then?
Right now I am a model.
Okay.
And I'm actually working on my calendar for 2014.
See, he tells me that stuff all the time, but I have to hear it from you.
Yay! But and also, traveling the world with my best friend, doing different things, boxing,
My
football,
road dog.
different things,
No, that's great.
Yeah.
Do you have anything people need to get a hold of you about with numbers or modeling gigs, or you're just starting
Actually,
out with
just pretty much, just starting out. I mean,
Okay.
I started modeling when I was 18. I'll be, 25. So, I actually, I stopped doing it for a long time. I had a baby and, and
Sure.
all those things. My son's 2 and
this? Does he have a name?
Marley.
Okay.
Marley King. Yay!
You can even say hi to Marley.
Hi, Marley. Mwah. Mommy loves you.
So when you're playing our show, so we get more likes, because we're up to 1,548 likes on Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. So maybe we'll get another like with some of your friends.
Maybe.
And maybe Marley on his Facebook page.
He doesn't have a Facebook page.
Okay.
I don't think I'm ever going to let him have a Facebook page.
Well, there'll be something new. Look for WeChat and a couple other things that are coming on, okay? Well,
But I do want to say thank you for having me on the show, and it's
you're welcome.
always a pleasure every time I'm here.
And
The
you
food
don't
is
look so
great.
nervous now,
Thank
so
you, not
thank you.
anymore.
Appreciate
it.
And you're welcome back another time when you have
Thank
a
you.
modeling gig or something
Sure,
you want to
absolutely.
talk
When
about.
the calendar comes out, you'll be the first to get it. Well,
Whoa.
the second.
No, I'm glad
Second.
that's all right.
Well, the second.
Being second to Smoking Jim is an honor in my book.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Gabrielle. It's
Thank
a pleasure.
you.
All right, on our halftime show, we try to cover some other sports. Smoking Jim, Gabrielle's back in her seat now. What did you think of the Steeler game since you're on the bandwagon 8 in a row? So we got 2 in a row right now.
Well, I said before the Buffalo Bill game that the Pittsburgh Steelers were at 8 in a row, finish 10-6, and make the playoffs. Next stop, Cleveland Browns, 3 in a row.
That's all. Chip, what do you think?
You know what? The Steelers sometimes are a victim of their own success. And, you know, they've won a couple of games, and if they can remain humble, show a little humility, and, you know, remember that, you know, they started out the season as a 2-6 football team. I think they've got a very good chance of beating Cleveland, and, you know, that they do have a chance of eventually making it to 500, and then from there it's anybody's game.
Well, I think the nicest thing about the division is everybody's in second place at 4-6. So that helps out. When your division isn't that strong, unlike the Pirate division this year in baseball, that helps you. Because we could even win the division with his 10-6.
No, and then what, you know what, we could even win it with a worse record than that. It's not just our division, it's the entire NFL. I mean, the NFL this year is an example in mediocrity straight across the board. There's only 2 or 3 teams that really are far and above everybody else, and everybody else is gathered in the middle of the pack. So,
well, look at the parity. 80% of the teams are winning games within 7 points.
Well, look at the Giants.
That's parity.
Look at the Giants. They started out the year 0-6, and they're now back into the playoff hunt. They've won 4 in a row.
Was Conklin's job on the line? Because that's the only time they win.
Oh, always is.
Okay.
Yeah, in New York, your job's always on the line.
Well, that's it for our halftime show at Sips. Thanks for watching. We're going to now start bringing our guests back up here. Welcome, Mario. How are you tonight?
Fantastic, fantastic. I enjoyed the game yesterday, and
Nice.
it's football season. Don't bother me.
I like that. Only on Sunday.
Only on Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got all those grandkids in the pictures there. I can't keep track of all that.
And neither can I.
Hey, but not enough talk on the Steelers. I want to talk Pittsburgh Bullets here.
Yes.
I heard you were there. Heard you had a table, and
Yes,
you're helping Marcus Robinson out there with promoting the Bullets. So.
Yeah, I attended the game last night. They had a really nice crowd, and they played very impressive. They beat a team from Buffalo by 30-plus points. They're
Wow.
very impressive. They had them the whole game. It was a nice crowd. They had a little halftime show. A little excitement going on down there.
Yeah.
I suggest people look them up on Facebook and check them out. They're playing 18-game season this year.
Oh, good.
And their next home game, I think, is, you have to look at it. I think it's November. It might be January, but I'm not sure.
We've been posting up all their stuff just
Yeah.
like they post ours. So
Is this the
appreciate
regular
it.
season, or is this their
The regular
preseason?
season, I believe, starts in January.
Okay, so
Everything's
they do
preseason until then.
preseason?
Yes. Yeah. But it's very interesting. There's a lot of talent there. And there's going to be, I think there's 8 teams in the league.
That's what I heard.
I
Yeah.
think there's 8 teams in the league. It's pretty interesting stuff. Yeah.
No, it's great.
Yeah.
So what's going on with you then?
With me,
Yeah.
just pimping the juice, man. Just pimping the juice.
Hold it. You got the Red Sox won. You need to get some juice down at Heinz Field.
Yeah, Andrew McCutcheon drinks it. He got the MVP. Boston Red Sox drink it. They won the World Series.
Wow.
And now the next gig is going to be the Winter Olympics.
Nice.
All the Olympians will be drinking our shake product and meal replacement bars. Doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, and you have these meal replacement bars.
Yeah, meal replacement shakes and bars.
Wow.
And all of our products are all natural. And they all feature the acai berry, which is the strongest antioxidant food in the world. And check my website out.
What is it?
What is it? I'm glad you asked. mymonav.com/Mario's Juice.
Wow. You better say it again slow, because we're weak up here on remembering.
mymonav, MONAVIE.com/Mario's Juice.
Is that the best way to get a hold of you? Or?
That's the best way. Or 412-417-7301. I sleep with my phone.
And he does answer, because I've called at odd hours, and so does he, and we do some texting. Tell him that number again.
412-417-7301. If you have problems sleeping, if you have problems with lack of energy, you got some minor aches and pains. I don't know. Jimmy say you were the old one. Is that what he said?
That's what he said.
Yeah.
I'm older than these
If
two.
you're older than him, then you need to call me, because we got some great stuff with liquid glucose.
Even if you're younger than me, call him. I'm telling you, call him. They can only beat me up so much. I've been in here all day. What do I look
cross
weak
off
today?
all of the above on that one.
All the above.
Thank you very much.
Thank you again. Appreciate it.
Introduce yourself, Hank.
Hank
Oh, he
Anderson.
broke 3 fingers. Man, he's strong.
Yeah. Hank Anderson, thank you.
And
So,
tell us what you do.
Well, basically, I own Team AMS. That's Academy of Martial Science out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on Route 65, right out that area, Camp Horn Road.
Oh, okay.
Consider myself sort of like, I guess you can say, the average Joe's gym. You know, everybody's welcome. You know, come in, get someone off the streets, better than sitting on the couch and learn something, productive.
No, it sounds great. We ended up talking. I said, how about giving me a call, and it didn't work out for us. Of course, I was on the phone for a half an hour with him. And we're so similar in what we believe in promoting good people and exercise and just this Pittsburgh area. This is the guy right here to see for MMA, I'm telling you.
Thanks, guys. And real quick before we get started, you
We
talk
already
about,
started.
No, not about the important stuff we haven't.
With you.
With me?
With you.
No,
we
see,
started.
right now this isn't about me. This is about Gareth Sahin. He is a young man who is, you talk about Pittsburgh athletes, he was the epitome of a mixed martial artist. This kid had the most natural talent you could ever imagine. I mean, he was definitely UFC bound. He passed away yesterday.
Oh, sorry.
And so we want to send out our prayers to him and his family.
Sure.
And,
Our deepest sympathy to the family. And I
thank-
take back that it was about you.
No, that's okay. You know, Garrett was one of those athletes that make you want to strive to be better. You know, you got people like myself or these guys who go to the gym and they have to bust their butt 24/7, you know, just to be mediocre. You know, this kid would wake up and just roll out of bed and run through you like it was a bowl of Captain Crunch and then go out and, have a good time. You know, this kid was that good. And it's a shame to see someone so young perish so quickly. You know, but with that being said, knowing the young as he was in his 20s, that there are people, with Pittsburgh being such a boxing town, mixed martial arts is really starting to pull through because, the young generation, the UFC and the wrestling and all this stuff coming in, they're like, oh, I want to kick, I want to punch, I want to bite. You can't do that, though. They get in there and they really, people like him make you want to do that. So, that's why I'm happy to do the things that I do.
That's a nice tribute, too.
Yeah, thank you.
Very nice.
So, but
how did you get started in this?
Honestly, people like Jimmy Savetic. My brother Joe was a professional boxer, and that's how he babysat me.
How about that for a tie-in?
Wow.
Him and Jimmy up Funk Golden Gloves. Jimmy knew me, and that's why I stopped over and was talking to him,
I
briefly
saw
before.
You told me that too.
Yeah, recognized my brother, and he's like, "Hey, man, you look familiar." I said, "Yeah." Threw down a little bit, and he asked me if I still box, and I said I took the leap to mixed martial arts. Because we talked a little bit, still cross-trained with some of the same fellas, but that's how my brother used to babysit me, man. He'd stick me down in front of the mirror and say, "This is how you throw a punch, now leave me alone." So 5 years old, I was in the gym.
Wow. Have you won any awards or anything, or competitions?
I was nationally ranked kickboxing, Muay Thai, 2002 Martial Arts Hall of Fame inducted. Do a lot of work with women's shelters, boys and girls clubs. I actually developed a program. It's called SAFE, Self-Awareness and Fighting Exercises.
How do they get a hold of you for that program?
Simple. You can either email me at teamAMS at yahoo.com. You could also call me at 412-537-6122. Again, that's teamAMS at yahoo.com or 412-537-6122.
See, he's a quick study. He's better than me. Look at that. He got that
I may be
information
better
out.
on the mic, but I'm not as good looking. I'm trying. Al Levine, the looking machine.
You're welcome back next week, the week after. You can be on the next show.
But real quick.
This is my long-lost younger brother.
Brother from another mother, right?
Exactly. Oh, another one.
But we're talking about local
Thank
events,
you.
local sports.
Yes.
Local events, local sports. Epic Leap Entertainment is actually putting on a production at Stage AE December 7th. They are actually the premier mixed martial arts facility in Pittsburgh. It's Gladiators of the Cage, Rise of the North Shore. All right. I myself from the Team AMS am putting on 4 fighters on that card. And you were talking about the Passion. I got a female fighter fighting that night named Melissa Gastek. She plays for the Passion.
Okay.
All right. Heck of an athlete. This girl just all around, not only her character, her integrity, just as an individual, she's a great person. Absolutely. Constantly involved in charity events. But her name's Melissa Gastek, fantastic fighter, great girl to watch. Mark Lieback, Matthew Falk, and a local professional fighter, Jason Willett. He'll be fighting that evening as well. He comes out of my gym.
What a card you have. How many matches are there?
There should probably be about 14, 15 fights on there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
It's a fantastic event.
And you'll be in the corner for them, or how's that work?
I'll be for those 4. I'll be definitely in the corner. I'm the trainer.
Are you?
I also have a clothing line, Fractured City Gear.
I'll promote that too. Come on.
With that Fractured City Gear, which is fractured.com. Jump online. We're actually just recently teamed up with Children's Hospital.
I saw that.
Right, and we're actually doing a fundraiser where if you purchase a shirt, it's Fighter for the Cause. And it's basically our goal is to knock out cancer. It's all based towards children, childhood cancer.
Man, what a great cause.
So if you get a chance, again, jump on the fractured.com, FRAXURD, fractured.com, and click on the shopping cart and go ahead and get yourself a shirt, and all the proceeds go to children with cancer.
That is great. This is the type of guy that I was looking for. We found him in MMA.
How about that, right?
Look at a super nice guy, does fundraising. This is what we try to promote in our area. So.
No, absolutely. And the boxing, I know Pittsburgh's such a blue-collar town, hardworking, really looking to put that out there, whether it be, I don't care if it's boxing, football, flag football, golf, tennis, ping pong, I don't care. If they're giving you something to get the kids off the street and they're offering an opportunity to guide you in a positive direction, take advantage of it. And just the MMA right now, Pittsburgh's still new to it.
Right.
We're still learning it. And we're just finally starting to catch up to Las Vegas, New Jersey, and this way, Ohio, as far as the transition of the mixed martial arts roles.
Wow.
So it's actually going to be a heck of an event on the 7th to come down and take a look at, see how
Ohio was sanctioned a lot earlier than Pennsylvania was.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. When you talk about ground and pound and stuff they talk about the UFC being, or the mixed martial arts being so violent. They're always punching people in the head. Do you actually know that there's less, brain injury with the mixed martial arts
I didn't know that.
due to the opportunity of submissions? And the fact that you're on the ground, there's a lot more wrestling involved. There's a lot more submissions, chokes. So instead of you just sitting there getting beat for 12 rounds, you're only doing 15-minute rounds, maybe 20 in a championship perspective. And how many of it has all the strikes are to the head? No, you're getting kicked in the legs, you're getting hit to the body, just like in boxing. But when you wrestle someone to the ground, you're not only, you do get punched, but they're not full-blown strikes that you're, from the striking outside distance.
You know what? We need you back again for a Jimmy Savetic 25 minutes.
Oh, I'll do that with Jimmy any day.
No, without him.
Oh, okay.
Jimmy Light. Jimmy Light.
No.
You're the younger version of Jimmy Savetic.
Better looking, but not as good looking as you.
I'm going by your words, but thank you. You're welcome back anytime.
Thanks a lot.
I appreciate it, Hank.
Again, thank
we'll
you so much.
be talking. Anytime you have a flyer or something, we'll promote it. Here, I have a few that I haven't promoted yet. I usually do that during our show, but we haven't got around to it yet with some of these. Like we're promoting this. We're promoting
that.
The children's fun. We got a couple other things going on, so you're more than welcome to send us a flyer or come to the show, talk about whatever event you're involved with, the clothing line, everything else.
Again, December 7th, Saturday, Gladiators of the Cage. If you need tickets, call me again, 412-537-6122, and jump on fractured.com. Help childhood cancer. Appreciate it, guys.
How much for a ticket?
Tickets range from $35 all the way up to $100, depending on from general admission to ringside.
Thank you very
Great.
much.
Thanks a lot, guys. I
Good
appreciate
luck.
it.
Thank
Thanks for your time. I
man.
appreciate
Good
it.
luck with
Thanks for
everything.
having me, guys.
Dan Wagner, welcome to the show.
Dan, nice to meet you.
Tell these folks about the interesting business that you have. First, tell them who you are and then your business.
My name's Dan Wagner. I'm the owner of Pedal Power Tours. What we've done is we've taken an old concept that's happening throughout the United States, and we've got a 10-passenger bicycle that we use for tours. Now, we do have some design tours like ghost tours, comedy tours, points of interest
I
tours.
call them theme tours.
Theme tours, things of that nature. But we also have a tour that we call the Fitness and Fun Tour. And the idea behind that is to get people out of the smelly, gym thing where everybody's sweating and
No
get
offense
them.
to Hank and Jimmy Savetic.
No.
All the gyms that we know.
No offense at all.
I'm just teasing. No disrespect there.
Yeah,
and I'm just adding a little humor. Dan's just giving another outlet for you to exercise. So
Correct. And the atmosphere of it.
tell them about it. What's it look like? Did you bring a card?
I did. Here's a
brochure.
picture of it.
I don't know if we can. This might be a little small. Tiger, would you stand up and try to get this here? Wake up, please. How's that look, Tiger? Smoking Jim's going to have to throw you off the rookie team. He didn't stand up smoking.
my buddy.
You lost another one. Thank you.
Well,
Just
that's
wanted
good.
to get
That's
that
good.
out there.
Okay.
Alan, can I see that?
Yeah, sure. Continue with that fitness thing. You piqued
Okay.
my interest there.
Absolutely, absolutely.
How do you get in shape without being around all that stink?
Correct. I mean, now as far as doing spin classes, things of that nature, it's kind of basically the same thing. But
Okay.
we can control the amount of calories that you burn. So we can take people from beginners to intermediates to professionals. If you want to get on the
You
bike.
mean on the bike, how do you do that?
Correct. Well, the bike itself weighs 2,800 pounds. So to pedal that alone in itself.
That's over
is-
1
it's-
ton.
Correct. So if you
Okay.
put 10 people on there that weigh between 175 and let's say 250, you're adding almost another ton on there. So we're
How
looking
about
at
a 300 pounder or two?
Well, 300 pound is probably about the limit for the seats, just like in any normal
Okay.
bicycle. So we're you're kind of maxing out right there. But as far as the design of the fun and fitness store, we can control how many calories you burn per hour depending on the route that we take. If we take you up some really steep hills, you're really going to work it out.
Where's one of your
Now,
steepest hills? Can you tell me? I don't mean to catch you off guard.
I
but
couldn't tell you the names of the streets.
Sycamore Street?
But
It's not Sycamore. That's up going up Mount Washington.
you guys probably know the name of the street. What's if you're
McCardle?
coming? McCardle, is that where
Going up Mount Washington.
up that
from
road?
south
Yes,
side.
yes.
That's a nice incline
Yes,
there.
Yeah, it is.
absolutely.
And you
That'll
are
get
going to
the
want to
heart
go up
pumping.
Potomac, which is
No,
right over
no,
here
no.
too.
Now, the Pittsburgh Forest, even though you guys have been talking about the Passions, and obviously they're good friends of yours, every Saturday, Kathy brings her team out, and we do a controlled, regulated exercise
Well, see, this
for her
is the
team.
other reason we brought you on here.
Absolutely,
We're
guys.
promoting the force when they want to show up and they're able, but with their schedules, they work like everybody else. It's hard to get out here, and Dan's also working with them. So
Absolutely,
that's the other
absolutely.
tie-in. I didn't have to walk him around the block or pedal him around the
No.
block. He brought it right up. Excellent.
Absolutely. And as far as, I don't want to, sound like I'm a commercial here.
You
but
can be a commercial. I promote
Kathy's
that.
definitely doing a fundraiser too right now, and she really needs the help. Her team and her players need the sponsorship, but she's doing a promotion right now where if you buy a $5 lottery ticket, you're going to get 2 tickets to the Miami Dolphin Pittsburgh game on the 28th. You're going to get $100 cash, and you're going to get the use of the bike for a 3-hour tailgating
All for a
party.
$5
All
ticket.
for a $5 ticket.
So if you
That's-
win, that's what you win.
And then there's
You know
second,
what? We need the flyers on that. Get
Yeah.
the flyer
Get us
in
some
here. We'll
tickets,
promote
nobody,
it.
Right. I've got tickets here that I could leave with you, Alan.
Yeah, we'll promote that. Definitely.
And I would definitely like to thank the city of Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh Police Department, and of course all the Steelers fans who have not beaten up my customers.
Tell them a little bit about that before we have to kick you off the air.
Interesting.
Tell them the story
Well,
about the last few games.
Well, we do shuttle service from the downtown area across the Clemente Bridge to the stadium. So for a small fee, we'll put you on the bike and pedal you across the bridge right to the front gate. Well, the last 3 home games, the Baltimore Ravens have been here. The bike has been filled with Ravens fans.
Wow.
Then we had the Buffalo Bills in here. The bike was filled with Buffalo Bands fills. And then just yesterday, we had the Detroit Lions. The bike was filled with Detroit Lions
and
fans.
Tigers and
it's
Bears. Oh,
kind
my.
of like, hey, where's all the local customers here?
That's because,
and they're paying customers.
that's because the
Come
locals
on, guys.
are
Come
out
on,
there walking.
Pittsburgh.
Well, you know what? We're slow
They're not
to
lazy.
go on that new fad.
I know that.
You know, and they're tailgating so much.
Exactly. Well,
You give them time, and you come on our show again, and we'll get them
absolutely.
going. I appreciate you advertising with the
and I
magazine.
appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you.
Absolutely, Ellen. Gentlemen, thank you
Hey, it
very
was a
much for
pleasure
the
to meet you.
opportunity.
Very, very much luck
Enjoy
with
your
your
afternoon.
endeavor.
Thanks, Dan. First of all, introduce yourself to all your fans. Reintroduce yourself again.
I don't think I need an introduction. I'm not from Gateway.
Oh, man, he didn't even mention his name before he threw that gateway. Oh, what is this? Man, it's hot up here.
Well, for those of you who don't know, I'm Zach Brenner, the owner of Brenner Contracting.
Whoa. Got the big towel out now. We need Hank, one of your towels, buddy. You got to have some promotion there. It's warm, brother. That's Hank Hanasek. Oh, sorry, Zach.
That's fine. What's the earplugs for?
Nothing. Oh, do I have them on?
Yeah.
Oh, no, they're not there. What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Okay, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing
What's
real
on your
good.
mind?
Well, I'll tell you what's on my mind. We're going to talk some sports here
Yeah,
for
we
my
are.
final 4 minutes here of the night. I'm not going to bust Smoking Jim's balls.
Is it 4
I'm going to
minutes?
talk about the Steelers. And I'll tell you what, I think it's strikingly, eerily scary that Kiesel and Woodley weren't playing on the defense, and we were getting a good, getting some good pass rush, So it's kind of showing you that we got some guys that, some younger kids that got some fire in them that want to play and play every down. And I didn't think Jason Rhodes performed badly yesterday at all. I thought he played pretty decent.
I'm not a big fan of his, but I
I
kept seeing him in on a play.
I didn't think the Rabbit saw a shadow too many times yesterday and got burned too many times. I mean, stone hands like Taylor is stone hands like Taylor. I mean, you found him. You know what he's about. That's why he's been playing defense since Bob
He
Warner.
was an offensive star when he found them.
Well, I'd have to see the film on that to believe it.
It was a lot of film. I watched it.
Speaking of the sacks, I like the way that Cameron Haywood ended the Lions' day by sacking Matthew Stafford, dropped him on his head.
Ziggy Hood was bringing
4th and
consistent
15,
pressure.
Yeah.
Hayward was bringing consistent pressure. So, I mean, I was pretty...
Zach, a late-breaking announcement. You now have 7 minutes. You're in a bonus situation because you're back.
Well, that's great. I got to thank Dave Cable, too. I finally got to watch that where you put the X over my head in that segment. So I really...
What do you mean?
I really appreciate it. I really appreciated that, Dave.
And he did it again to you. You missed the other one he did it to, too. That was the first one. You keep challenging him, and he tries to help you out every time he can.
I wasn't challenging him.
You said, go ahead and see if you can edit this.
I wasn't talking about putting something over my head. I was just talking about cutting the whole segment out.
He
'Cause
left
I was
it
talking
in.
about Penn State and showers and stuff, and I thought for sure that was going to get cut out, but it didn't. I watched it today.
You know what? He just wanted to block your face on that.
Probably. But I like that little graphic that he made, and I like the little volleyball with me taped to it on the Tuesday show.
Whoa. Do you like that?
Yeah, I finally got to see that.
Well, that's why you're coming back. Rumors are you're coming back.
Well, obviously, we won't be back tomorrow. We'll all be at the...
Hold it. Late breaking news. You already see the show. I should tell them off air, but since this is tape TV, we're doing the next show here. And that's for tomorrow night. You're going to be on that.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks.
Okay.
Thanks for letting me know. I didn't get the memo, but now I got it now.
It was in the email. It was on Facebook. It was everywhere.
Well, speaking of the Steelers, though, I think Big Ben played one epic, gutsy game. Considering that he got a bunch of nobodies on the offensive line, I'd probably take the 5 guys from Gateway right now over the 5 guys we got.
What
right
5
now.
guys?
Well, and they're probably all in their 20s. All 5 linemen for Gateway. They're probably ranged from 20 to 25 years in age.
Hey, one football player I didn't hear you mention, and was he number 1? Jarvis Jones or something?
Jarvis Jones. He played good yesterday, too.
Okay, you didn't mention him, but I did see him
Well,
in
I got
on a few
Jason
plays.
World, so that was hard enough to say that. So give me
That
a break
was.
here. I was going to say, Jason World and Jarvis Jones in the same segment. I mean, I was saving it for the next show or maybe next week's show. Or, he's going to have to play. Don't you say he's going to have to play better than just one game?
I always say that.
Well, there you go. He's going to
I
have to
just
play
said
good.
it again. I mean, you said it for me saying that I would say it.
Well, let's see if he plays good against the Browns.
Well, you know what? Jarvis Jones. I remember what my friend here to my right said about Jarvis Jones when he was drafted, and he had a little bit of a minor amount of success yesterday, even though I really wasn't noticing him much. He's talking after the game like he played like an all-pro.
Well, he does have a
And
Subway commercial.
And the young man needs to understand something. He hasn't accomplished anything yet, and he shouldn't be too impressed with his performance because he hasn't done a thing yet. And he's got a long way to go, and I think somebody needs to make that. I don't say that he
is playing on a 4-6 football team right now.
But he's got it in his head, and he's better than he's performing.
Well, I like confidence in people. If you don't start with confidence somewhere, how are you going to have it to perform better, though? You do need it. I don't like the showboating, and we're old school with the showboating, except for Smoking Jim. He doesn't care.
I don't know. Did you guys happen to catch the debacle at Heinz Field on Saturday with the Pitt game?
Ooh, I love a white punt returner.
Yeah.
Named Switzer, too. I don't know if it's any relation to Coach Barry Switzer, but hey, that number 3.
You know,
That was
what
his
scares me
grandson.
about this Pitt team is, you know, they fell asleep in the first half of the game, and they fell behind pretty
Every
good, and
game.
they came all the way back. And that's coming after the emotional high of beating Notre Dame. Now, I watched the Syracuse football team get the snot beat out of them by Florida State, and I'm thinking that this is a trap game because Syracuse is going to be coming home, and Pitt just underperforms. I'm sorry, but Paul Christ's team, I wish they would do better, but they're just not consistent. And
I mean, Rome
I
wasn't
don't
built
think this
overnight.
week is a guaranteed win.
You're
know?
throwing out some great cliches.
I'm trying.
I like that. Well, I heard he's actually a pretty good motivator with his speech, but he doesn't come across with the public that way. I keep hearing on radio, and even the players say what a great motivator he is. But I don't see it in a half a game. I only see like one half.
Who has a better record right now, Pitt or the Steelers? I think it's the Panthers.
Yeah.
I think the Panthers.
Okay,
Who
that's a
had the
good
easier
question.
schedule?
Pitt has to have a better record.
Who had the easier schedules? What I want to know. Think about that.
Which team has a better chance of playing in the postseason? And I'd say it would be.
Well,
the
I don't
Steelers.
know. I don't know what the scouting report you're going to do is going to say in the spring, but I would love to get Aaron McDonald to just stay in the north side and play for the Steelers on up front. You know, I think that kid got a lot of talent going into the league. He's definitely going to be a
Well,
first-round
he's
draft
still writing
pick.
his book. Don't be pulling him on his scouting reports now.
Well, somebody got to ask him about these
We
fic-
do, but he
these
gives us other
fictitious
stories.
novels.
There's nothing
I've
fictitious
never
about it.
received the scouting report from Smoking Jim yet, except on the ladies, and he's never been wrong about that.
All right.
I'm sure Brazil might take exception to that, but
Brazil's gone right now. She
uh,
disappeared.
really,
Seriously.
huh.
Brazil's gone. Hasn't been around for a while. Disappeared. See?
Hey, since we're giving a moment of silence, let's give a moment of silence to Rod Salka, big friend of the show. He lost his grandfather the other day, so moment of silence for
And I
Pap.
did get to meet him. Really nice guy.
It was great, you know, getting to hand him them belts from his grandson, you know. So,
Yeah.
hey, really looking forward to December 14th. I hope all you guys got Showtime. If you don't have Showtime, you can come to Munhall. We'll have the fight live in Munhall if you can make it to Munhall, Smoking Jim. It's right past Homestead, right up on top of the hill like the Jeffersons. You just go right up on top of the hill, you move right up.
All right, we're going to have to continue this. This show's over. Zach Brunner, one of the best young businessmen in the area. Call him. Al Levine, the Talking Machine, Smoking Jim Frazier, Chip the Prophet Hayner. Thanks for watching us on Verizon 32, Comcast 7 in Bethel Park, Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. We appreciate it. Thanks for all the great input we're getting. Take care. Have a great night.